Good afternoon. This is Deacon Ed with a reflection for Palm Sunday. As we enter into Holy Week, the readings for Palm Sunday invite us to reflect on the depth of Jesus' sacrifice and the meaning of his triumphal entry into Jerusalem. We see Jesus as a humble and peaceful king riding on a donkey, surrounded by people who wave palm branches and shout his praises. This image reminds us of Jesus' identity as a servant king who comes to free us from sin by his suffering and death. At the same time, we are also reminded of the cost of Jesus' sacrifice. Our gospel reading describes the events leading up to Jesus' crucifixion, including his betrayal by Judas, his arrest and trial before the high priest, his denial by Peter, and his sentencing by Pilate. We see Jesus' selflessness and obedience even in the face of intense suffering and humiliation. The theme of feeling abandoned is also present in the readings. Jesus' cry of, my God, why have you forsaken me?" reminds us of the depth of Jesus' suffering and his identification with all those who have ever felt abandoned or alone. Yet, even in his darkest hour, Jesus expressed trust in God's ultimate protection. The readings on Palm Sunday also provide us with the opportunity to place ourselves in the events of Holy Week and consider how we would have responded had we been there. Perhaps we would have been among the crowd on the street singing Hosanna. We might have been sitting next to Peter, denying we even know the Lord, fearful and afraid. Or we might have been among the crowd calling for the crucifixion of Jesus. There are other people to identify with: Simon of Cyrene, who was forced to help Jesus carry his cross, or the women at the foot of the cross who steadfastly stayed close to Jesus, or Joseph of Arimathea, who provides a tomb for Jesus, or the women who keep vigil at that tomb. Chances are we can see ourselves in many of these people. This is also an opportunity for us to think about how we respond to Jesus in our own lives. Are we willing to follow his example of love, humility, and selflessness? Are we willing to trust in God's ultimate protection, even in the face of suffering and despair? But they are essential for our spiritual growth and our relationship with God. As we journey through Holy Week, may we be inspired by his great love for each one of us, and may we be strengthened in our commitment to follow him, even in the midst of our pain and suffering. May God bless you all, and may you have a fruitful, holy week.